Hey gang, John Wise from OneGreatSeason.com. Well, we're a few weeks into the new football season. Hopefully your team is off to a fast start. Hopefully your tailgating experiences are even better. But if you feel like maybe you're fumbling with the menu offerings a little bit, fear not. I've got a killer recipe for some serious football style chili here. I call it My Mom's Chili, and it all gets started with about 2.5 pounds of ground beef. Gotta have some seasonings too. That's why I've got some cinnamon, some black pepper, roasted red pepper. Let's see here. More chili powder, roasted red pepper. Got to have a couple cans of kidney beans here. Got about 28 ounces of big can of diced tomatoes. Also got to have a couple of red onions. Got 3 green peppers, some McCormick, about 3 or 4 pouches of this McCormick chili seasoning mix. And chili is just like everything else, better with cheese, so I got cheese. Oyster crackers and sour cream are good little add-ons after the finished product, of course. And then a couple of secret ingredients I have that my mom doesn't have. I got a little brown sugar and goat cheese. Alright, just browning some meat here. I'd say overheat that's no warmer than medium. After you're done browning the beef, you got to make sure you rinse it off thoroughly, and that's what I did. I poured it from this pan into a strainer that's in the sink behind you, kind of patted it a little bit with a paper towel, cooled it off, ran some cool water over it, got some of that fatty grease off of it. Not that there's anything wrong with fat, because there isn't. That actually brings in a lot of flavor, but for these purposes here, we're going to have all kinds of other flavor sources. So now I put the beef here in the big pot, and now we're really going to get cooking. I'm going to add the vegetables and seasoning and all that kind of stuff. And one last note here, these are called measuring cups. This is football, man. This ain't Paris. You don't need measuring cups. You eyeball it. You just throw all kinds of stuff in there and hopefully it works out. I'm sure you might be surprised to hear this, but I never went to culinary school. If it looks like I just got done crying, it's because I did. I just chopped up 1.5 red onions. I know this looks mostly white, but this is a nice fresh red onion. A fresh one is going to cause some pain in your eyes. The key to slicing up an onion and trying to kind of deal with the pain in your eyes is breathe in and out, breathe through your mouth, not your nose. I think I couldn't finish the job. I couldn't cut both. I might slice up this last half of the second onion later, but I feel like we've got some good hearty green peppers and onions, and it doesn't necessarily need to be chopped or sliced or diced too fine. It can be a little chunky. I mean, this is chili. This is football food. It doesn't need to be dainty, man. You just chunk it up, leave some big pieces. It doesn't matter. We'll just throw it in there and mix it up, and we'll have a good old time. To drop the green pepper. There we go. Nice. That's going to be good. And red onion. Nice. What you didn't see a little while ago was I'm heating the beef. I added some water. Again, I don't use measuring cups, so you just throw some water in there or whatever. So we'll figure it out. Okay, the next 2 things we're going to add, we've got that 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes and those 2 cans of kidney beans. Now remember that strainer we used earlier, you definitely want to strain the kidney beans, and not just strain them but also clean them off, run some water and run your hands over there for a good minute or so and just kind of get some of that film off the kidney beans. So we've got 2 cans here. And then we also have the diced tomatoes. And you don't need to strain it, it's okay to get some of that tomato juice in there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that sure looks nice and colorful, but it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of spice in there. Well, that's what's next. Okay, I got a couple of chili seasoning mixes here, these McCormick pouches. Got a couple of originals and 1 hot. Actually, that's hot taco seasoning mix, I just realized. Well, we're gonna have to give it a try. I don't have time to go back to the store. So I'm gonna use these 3. This certainly adds the seasoning, but it also gives it some color. It makes it a little more orange, which I think kind of makes a chili a little bit more authentic looking, in addition to tasting. But I've got a 4th one. I've got a 4th original pouch. So if this doesn't make it orange enough, then I'll probably add another one, and that might work out. Okay, I threw those first 3 packets in, and it didn't really get as orange as I was hoping to, the color of the chili, so I added that 4th packet in. And now I'm going to add a few more things. I'm going to add some black pepper, some chili powder, which might help make it a little more orange and give it more of a chili look to it. and then also I'm going to throw in some garlic, maybe some roasted red pepper. I'll give it a taste to see how warm it is spice-wise, and if it needs to get an extra kick, then I'll probably toss in a little more roasted red pepper. And then I'm also going to add a little cinnamon and some brown sugar just to kind of change it up and add a little, just kind of add some complexity to the overall flavor. For the very first time on television, I'm going to show you the secret ingredient that makes my chili all-star chili. Goat cheese. This hasn't turned out to be as orange as I was hoping. It's still delicious. When I turned the camera off a minute ago, I took a couple bites. It's a little spicy, so I don't need to add the extra roasted red pepper, but maybe later on tonight or something while I'm out, I might pick up another 1 or 2 packets just to kind of, make it a little more orange. But this goat cheese is really, I can't even tell you what it does to the chili. You're just going to have to find out for yourself. You getting tired of hearing me talk about that orange color that's so important to make the chili look very authentic? Well, I completely forgot. This is the first time I've made the chili since last year, and I forgot that the little 4-ounce, that little log of goat cheese, it's herb and garlic flavored, that little log, when it mixes with everything else, that brings out the orange. So let's take a look. Yeah, I dare you to tell me that doesn't look like an outstanding pot of chili. Now, I'm no artist, but this belongs in a gallery. This is where it's at.